And so it is reported that Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked by a gentleman hollering and screaming, "Where is Nancy?" suggesting that I can't get her, so I'll get you. What's actually happening, ladies and gentlemen, is that evil is identifying itself. There used to be a time that evil want to sneak in, hide, a kind of a shame. Well, there was a time it had no shame, but things happened and shame kind of grew. But now it's getting back to the point where there appears to be no shame. In fact, evil is identifying itself through lying. One of the biggest lies that said that the election of 2020 was stolen. Great big lie. That's what evil did. Cheating. Wanted to get a new slate of electors. And there's some actually doing this before the American people. And then trying to steal it. Give us just one more than we got. And we can deal with that. And these people, my friends, these people who represented as evil are actually office seekers, and some already in office, representing the American people. Not only that, these liars, they got sources like Fox News spewing these lies out every day, all day and night, constantly misleading the people, messing with the people's psychic, screwing them around for the benefit of evil. For the benefit of evil. It is evil that sent that gentleman into Mrs. Pelosi's dwellings to cause harm. Yes, my friends. But after all of this that is happening, and Fox is promoting it, and one of the richest men in the world, they say now, has taken over a media source where he can do basically anything that he wants to do without any laws affecting him because it's private. Private give you the right to screw over everybody. That's why they say the private enterprise. They don't want public schools, they want private schools. Oh man, things like this happen. But now there is no source on television or radio or a newspaper that's constantly telling people, reminding people about the idea that they could have their heaven on earth, regardless of what they see right now. It is because they've been misguided. It is because they've been misdirected. It's because they have been deceived. But if they take back their power and use it properly, they can have peace and prosperity and freedom. They can have joy and happiness and pleasure, and their dreams be made real at their leisure. They have never suffered or will have to suffer food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, or anything that's made by the hands of man. Why? Because all of the resources that's used to do anything comes from the same power that created the earth and in fact also created human beings and gave human beings desires and needs and wants, and each of them having an ability that they can use as a career that would, by exercising, give them that greatest joy, give them that greatest happiness. And then by applying that, when it all comes together, all of the things that have been determined by people are essential for man's satisfaction are being done. They're having heaven on earth. And we sit here and argue. Nobody's telling the people that. We're sitting here arguing about what we're going to do now. Congress hasn't done anything. People are acting this way and that way. And what are you acting about? Democracy cannot stand up against evil like this, the way democracy has been. It is the way democracy has been that has infested all of these maggots around here running around and destroying us and eating up this nation. Democracy is going to have to become better than that. In other words, the lying that will allow people of color to be subjugated to second-class citizens, taking away the women's right to speak for themselves, how they can dress, all this kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that creates animosity, that creates reasons for hatred and bigotry. No, my friends, what we are to do is to live. And we are not being put against one another by saying some are better than others. Some deserve more than others. Why do you think Musk got all his money? You think he's smarter? You think he's smarter? He's no smarter than you. He's just been given something different to do in a system that allowed what has happened to happen. In a system that has allowed what to happen to happen. What is it? What is this system? It's a system of greed. He was able to skate through this thing because everybody else is left and following a system of greed. They're trying to get more and get more and get more. He came into the situation and was able to maneuver it in a different kind of way that puts him straight on the top. But it's a system set up to promote greed, this money thing. So what do? You don't try to put these guys in jail. You don't try to put them down. They just using the system to benefit themselves. So what do? You straighten the system up. In other words, what you're trying to achieve by your greed, you don't have to be greedy. It's here for you anyway. It's a gift. You don't have to lie, cheat, or steal. You don't need money, debt, or anything. Why no one is telling you about that? Better yet, why are you listening to this and you are not going to subscribe? You're not going to pass this along to your friends. You're not going to even talk about it. You're just going to laugh about it. And you know dead blasted well, if you pray tonight, this is exactly what you will pray for. Well, let me hold up for a minute. Yes, my friends, when you consider what America is going through, contrast that with the rest of the world, we have to admit that America is truly going through some trying times, and these are our times. We don't have to talk about the past. These are our times right now. And yes, changes have to be made. It is time that the American people take America back from these people who have shown no compassion for the rest of us. They've utilized a system that is designed to protect us to benefit themselves at our expense. So they've nullified their right to ownership or to claim ownership. And so we, the people of this country, take back those resources and we give those resources to the people, not private, but to the people. In other words, to this nation, the people. For what? For the benefit of creating our dreams on this earth now, by allowing the spirit that is genuinely a part of us, but recognizing that the power has always been we the people, misguided, awakened. We recognize that democracy, as it is known in this country, is not sufficient. It needs to be made better. And there's no way better than delivering to all of the people. And to protect that, all of the people, every last one of them, play a major role in it. Because the system is the people. The life is the people. The love is the people. And we will defeat any liar, any demon, and anything that's anti you.